Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Welcome to Crochet and Ballet. Today we are going to be making these beautiful little coasters, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make them. I think they would be great to be a gift for somebody, or if you just want to make them for yourself, you can have them as a lovely little accessory to your date night. I think they look so pretty. I love how the wine glasses, you can see the color still through them on the bottom. Or if you're just you know, in the mornings when you wake up, if you're enjoying your morning coffee, I love how the way the little coffee cups look on them as well. So we're gonna make these, and you can do any colors that you want. I did green and blue for this set here, but these are so much fun and they're so pretty. So let's go ahead and get started making them. Also, please do subscribe to my channel and like this video. I would really appreciate it. Let's get started. Okay, so here is what I used to make these coasters. I have a few green colors over here, and then I'm just going to use white with a 4mm hook. You need a yarn needle, a pair of scissors, and that's all you need to get started. And you can use any colors. The first thing we're going to do is make a magic knot. So if you need to slow down the video or watch this again, you just wrap it around your fingers like that. Make sure that loop is up, put the hook right there in between them. Then you're going to yarn over and pull that through. Kind of keep the loop open so you don't get confused where your hook is going to need to go. So keep that strand up at the top. You're going to chain up 2, and then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to do a double crochet, and we are going to do a total of 12 double crochets into this circle. So a double crochet is just yarn over, go into the loop, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to make it, and I like to tighten the loop up just a little bit once I get a few in there. It makes it a little bit easier to work around in there. And you just pull the strand at the back. So keep count of how many you have. We're going to do 12 total as we go along here. And you're just like I said, doing double crochets, 12 double crochets all the way around, and just make sure you keep that loop at the top so that you're working that in all the way around your circle. And when you get done, it'll look something like that, and you are going to go ahead and count and make sure you have the right amount, and then you're going to pull it tight. And so just pull the string at the back as tight as it will go, and that will close up your circle so that it's not open anymore, and that will stay shut like that. And then we're just going to slip stitch to the beginning of the very first double crochet that we did, which is that loop right there. And you can count to make sure you have the right one if you need to. And a slip stitch is just you go in, pull up a loop, and pull it through the loop on your hook. And that is going to be the end of round 1. Alright, so for round 2, we're going to chain up 1 and go ahead and double crochet into that exact same stitch that you just came out of. So it might be a little bit tight. And then do 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. And for round 2, we're going to be putting 2 double crochets into every single stitch. So find your next stitch, and we're going to put 2 double crochets into that same stitch. So the first row we ended up with 12, and so this one at the end will have 24 because we're going to put 2 double crochets into every single stitch all the way around. And that's just how we're increasing to keep our circle flat. We need to increase into every single stitch to make a flat circle. And we want our coaster to be flat. So just go ahead and do 2 double crochets into every stitch all the way around. And I will meet you back when we're through with that. At the end, you should have 24 total. Okay, here we are almost at the end. We're still putting 2 double crochets into every single stitch, and this is my last one. We'll get 2 double crochets in that last one, and then we're just going to slip stitch to close it off into the very first one. Since we just chained one, it's going to kind of be angled down a little bit right there, you can kind of see, but as we slip stitch into it, it will pull it up as we go into our third row, so don't worry about that it's kind of slanted down, because then it pulls it up and it looks perfect. So for round 3, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to straighten out my yarn a little bit, and then we're going to double crochet into that same stitch. We're going to put 1 more double crochet into that same stitch, and then in the next stitch we're just going to do 1 double crochet. So the pattern around for this time is the next stitch we'll do 2 double crochets. So 2 double crochets into there, 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet into the next one, and that's what we're going to do all the way around to keep our circle flat. 2 into the same stitch, and then 1. 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and then 1 double crochet, and we're going to do that all the way around, and I will meet you back when we're almost at the end of this third round. Okay, so here we are at the end of round 3. As you can see, we're going to have 1 more stitch left. I'm going to do a double crochet in there, and then we're going to slip stitch to close there, and see it's still kind of angled down like that because we just did 1, but I like to do that in mine because I think when you slip stitch into it and it pulls it up for the next round, and it looks, there's not a gap there. So for our last row, we're going to be doing the border. So this is a really quick project, which is great. So what we're going to do for the last row is going to be half double crochets, which is yarn over, go into that same loop you came out of, yarn over and pull through all 3. We're going to do 2 into the same stitch, and then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the exact same stitch. Okay, and that's going to make those little points that look all pretty going around it. And then we're going to yarn over. We're going to we'll get our 2 in that stitch, and then we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and we're going to go into the third stitch there with 2 half double crochets. There's 1, I'm going to fix my yarn here, get some more out. So I've got 1 half double crochet into that stitch, and now we're going to do 1 more in the same stitch. Then we are going to chain 2 and do 2 more half double crochets into that exact same stitch. So it's chain 2, 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets all in the same stitch. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches, go into the third stitch, 2 half double crochets. There's 1 and 2. Oh, my yarn messed up. There's the second one. We're going to chain 2, 2 half double crochets into that exact same stitch, and skip 2, go into the third stitch, 2 half double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 half double crochets all in the same stitch. And that is what's going to give us this real pretty border around the edge. So skip 2, go into the third. There's our 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, chain 2, and we're going to do 2 more half double crochets into that same stitch, and we're going to do this all the way around, skipping 2, going into the third stitch, and we're going to do it all the way around that same pattern. And when you're done with that, I'm going to meet you back when we're at the end of this round. Okay, here we are at the end of our border round, and we're just going to slip stitch into the very first half double crochet that we did there. Again, it's slanted down, and we're just going to slip stitch there, And then we can, it should look like this. And we're going to go ahead and cut your yarn. And you're going to pull it through one more time and kind of make it tight. And then we'll sew all that in at the end. Or you can go ahead and sew it in now if you prefer to do that. So just pull it through and pull it tight. And yours should look something like this. And now we're going to put that color around the edge there. So I'm going to use this green color on this one. So we're going to use a slip stitch, and we're going to kind of go into the top of the round that's already there. That's how I got that thin little line around. And so you're going to get your colored yarn that you want to use and get your hook. We're going to make a slip knot. So go ahead and make your slip knot. And then we are going to pick up our work and put our hook through the third round there, in between the posts there of the third round. Get your slip knot and tighten it up, which just by pulling those two strings there will tighten it up around your hook. And we're going to pull that through to the front of your work. Make sure you have the front facing you there. So that's because that's where you're going to be able to see the color. So you pull it up like that. You're going to go in between the next two posts. Just stick your hook right down in there. And you're going to pull up the colored yarn and just make a slip knot. So you're just going to pull it up through the posts and then pull it through the loop that is already on your hook. And that will still leave you with one, it'll still leave you with one loop on your hook. So mine was kind of coming through there. Let me straighten it back up. So you go in between the posts, pull up the colored yarn, and pull it through the one loop that's on there, and it will kind of make a little loop around the post. You're going to go in between the next two posts, pull up the yarn, and pull it through the yarn that's on your hook. And we're going to do that all the way around. You just pull it through the posts and pull it through the loop on your hook, and it's going to make this nice little pretty colored circle around your coasters. And these really are like a really quick project that you can do if you have somebody to have a gift for, or if you want to make them for yourself, or if you know somebody that just got a new house as a housewarming present or as a Christmas present. This is great for all of those things, and it really is, it does not take long to work up at all, and you can use any colors that you want to, or put in more colors if you wanted to. You could add extra layers around of different colors if you prefer to do that. So you're just going to do this all the way around, and I'm going to meet you back at the end and show you guys how to finish off. Okay, here we are. We have come all the way around the circle. You're going to go in between those last two and then go back into the first one and pull up the first one there where you pulled up a loop and pull it through one more time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut the yarn, and then you're still going to pull it through that last loop one more time. So go ahead and cut your yarn, get all the extra strings out of the way so you can see what's going on there. Pull it down kind of tight. I was pulling the wrong string there. Pull down that one to make it tight. So you're going to go just back into that exact same loop and get the yarn that you just cut and pull it through one more time just to kind of tighten it down. And then you're going to get them both at the back. Or I'm sorry, you can sew together with the first one. So get your yarn needle and thread that with the green yarn on top. And we're just going to go right into the very next stitch through the middle of it and just go straight down. Right, coming out of that one and going into that one right there. And you have that nice little circle around your coaster. These are so cute. I really do like them a lot. And then what I do is I'm just going to tie them in a knot, because you're right there back at the beginning. So you have your starting end there and the ending, and you're just going to tie them. I tie them in a knot a few times, and then we're just going to be sewing in our ends, and we are done. And so it's really fast to make one of these. And so you can make a whole set. You can sell them at craft fairs if you go to craft fairs, or you can give them as presents, like I said, or keep them for yourself. They're just a really quick, really pretty project that you can do. So I'm just going to show you how to sew in this end, and then you can do that with the others as well, and we will be finished. So I just like to kind of go back and forth a few times to sew in the ends and just make sure they'll stay. I made this with all out of cotton yarn. You can really make it with any yarn that you wanted to. And if you needed to, you could wash them. I would either hand wash them or wash them on the gentle cycle and then let them air dry. Lay flat to dry is no problem at all. And then you just cut your yarn there. That's really the only end I need to sew in. These other ones I've tied in a knot, and that is the bottom. So I'm just going to cut those real close and be done with that one. And this one in the middle we've already sewed in as we went around, so that one won't come undone. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And there you have your pretty little coaster. I made a blue one and a green one, and I hope you guys really like this. Again, please do, if you did like it, I would love to see pictures of it if you wanted to post that in the comments or email them to me. And also, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and stay safe. Thanks. Bye.